ego, power. It's hard to find your way back.
Finally, a Netflix show I can get behind, because today we're diving into Waterfront Season 1, and this one is a storm. It's a gritty Southern family crime drama that blends legacy, ties, and straight-up chaos. And that's talking betrayal, drugs, tension, and one of my favorite TV actors returning in a major way. That TV actor is Jake Weary, who absolutely killed it in Animal Kingdom, one of my favorite shows, and he is not missing a step here. So with that, let's get right into it. So initially the premise is that the Buckley family used to own the docks in this area, and their fishing empire was a staple in Legacy, and they basically own the whole town, but now it's kind of slipping fast. So what we're watching is a family drowning in secrets, debt, addiction, and desperation, trying to save what little remains of their maritime heritage. Only instead of throwing life preservers, these people are throwing punches. Jake Weary plays Caine Buckley, who is front and center here, and while he seems like the grounded moral character at first, that quickly unravels as the season unfolds. He takes over the family business, but instead of saving it, he ends up retooling it with his mother, and this man turns fish boats into dope routes. And at first it works because he's trying to help his family survive, but when two guys running product for him get brutally murdered by a rival organization, that is where the Waterfront kicks into high gear. Now you've got turf wars, body bags, and family pressure all spiraling. And just when Caine's barely holding it together, his father returns to the scene, and that is Holt McCauley. He plays the father like a loaded gun that finally goes off. He's cold, commanding, and wastes no time trying to retake what he thinks is his, no matter how much damage it causes. Then you have Melissa Benoist as the sister. That's Supergirl, if you don't know who that is, and look, her performance really stands out here. Her character's battle with alcoholism and drugs isn't just a window dressing, it's heartbreaking. You watch her spiral, you see how it destroys her relationship with her son, and it hits pretty hard. Melissa delivers one of the most grounded, raw performances of her career here. And of course you have Maria Bello, who brings emotional weight as the mother, and is more kind of a bitter wisdom of this family matriarch that she plays, and you can see the pain in her eyes tell this story of generations. And then you have Grady, who surprisingly is played by Topher Grace, who's the secret weapon of this show. He's slippery, a chaos agent who shows up, stirs the pot, and walks away smirking. And he shakes up the Buckleys and the tone of the show every time that he's on screen. Now, with this show, there's a lot going on, and most of it works, but let's talk about the subplot that did not hit as hard. The reveal that the bartender, which, light spoilers, is actually the father's secret son just didn't do it for me. It felt very undercooked. They drop that twist like it's going to blow up the story, and then really you have no payoff. It kind of fizzles out. You're waiting for it to matter more, but it never does, and maybe they're saving it for season 2, sure, but as a whole arc, considering all the other arcs kind of played and fizzled out, this one didn't do enough for me. Now contrast that with the subplot of the addiction, especially between the dad and the daughter dynamic. That is where the show shines, because their drinking doesn't just add character depth, it has real consequences. The daughter literally loses her son because of it, and it's brutal, it's tragic, and incredibly well acted. And then the show's writing and performances elevate that beyond the usual crime drama. Waterfront knows how to build tension. The world feels lived in, it's dirty, it's desperate, and you have a heaviness every time there's an interaction with characters, because you know something's about to go wrong or something's about to happen, and you just don't know when. And when the violence hits, it hits pretty hard. This isn't stylish shootouts, it's rough, sudden, and painful. Thematically, the show tackles legacy versus reinvention, morality versus survival, and family versus betrayal. Everyone's got secrets, everyone's got baggage, and nobody's clean in this show. And that's what makes Caine such a fascinating lead, because he's trying to do the right thing, or what he thinks is right, but his hands are already dirty. And he doesn't have the stomach to be this kind of monster his father was, or wants him to be, and that inner tension is what makes him feel real for me. Waterfront Season 1 isn't perfect, but damn is it gripping. Jake Weary carries the show with intensity and nuance. Melissa knocks out of the park in a role that shows her range. Holt brings that quiet, commanding presence and menace. And Topher Grace is the chaos grenade that you never saw coming or even knew that you needed. The world that they've built here is immersive, the drama's compelling, and the characters, while messy and broken, are impossible to look away from. And so I'll say it once again. Finally, this is a Netflix show that I can get behind. This one is going to get a 9 out of 10 for me, and if they tighten those weaker subplots in Season 2, I could easily see this jumping to a 10 while the show progresses. So with that, what did you guys think of Waterfront? Were you as into the Buckley's Family Madness as I was, and what do you think of that bartender twist? Was it weak or just waiting to pop in a further season? Drop your thoughts below, like and subscribe for more, and you already know that this is Mr. Chocolate, so with that, I will catch you guys in the next review.
Sorry.
Do not apologize. Jesus.